Hello everyone, my name is Behroz. I'm a finance executive by profession and a YouTuber by passion. Now in this video, I will talk about key challenges that keep us away from sustained and long-term happiness and how to solve for them. Now my core and fundamental belief around happiness is that it is not a thing that you find. Rather, it is a choice that we all make, and making that choice is a skill that we can all develop. Happiness is a skill that can be learned like learning a language or learning an instrument. It is a skill of mind that can be developed. And just like any other skill, the more you practice the skill, the better you get at it. Now, the first challenge to achieving long-lasting happiness is expectation. With expectation comes the need for external validation, which for me personally has made me do things and behave in a certain way which I would not have ever chosen for myself. The problem with external validation is that you move away from your inner compass and you start to measure yourself with regards to how other people see you or judge you, how smart you are, how knowledgeable they think you are, how wealthy they think you are, and so on and so forth. If only this is your internal purpose, the thing you want to do most, surely you will be happy doing that thing. However, if it's an externally inflicted purpose whereby society wants me to do or behave in a certain way, then I won't be happy doing it. This was very much true for me when I was leaving my high-flying career with Procter & Gamble and immigrating to Canada to start all over again. Because I was hungry for external validation from all my colleagues, my worst nightmare was to disappoint them or to fall short versus their expectations, not realizing that my internal compass is directing me towards something very different. I was lucky enough to realize that I don't want to be that guy who's successful in his life but with high strung, high stress and unhappy. I wanted to be the guy who gets there quietly and calmly without any struggle. And this is only possible if I'm doing something that I truly love and enjoy. For instance, YouTubing is one example, and hence I can create and carve out time from my busy schedule just to sit down, make these videos, write the content, because this is something that I really enjoy. The second challenge for achieving long-lasting happiness is envy, because you are no better off or happier while being jealous, while the person you're jealous of is still successful or good looking or whatever you're jealous about. So how I try to overcome this emotion is that I tell myself that if I have to choose, I cannot just pick and choose one particular trait of that particular person I'm jealous of. So for instance, I can't just pick and choose their money, their looks, or their particular career success. Rather, I have to be that person in all its entirety with all its goods and bads. And then I tell myself whether I really want to be that person with all their desires, their family, their outlook, their point of view, and their self-image. And if I'm not able to do a wholesale 24/7 complete swap with that person, then there is no point in being jealous. Once I had that realization, the jealousy faded away because I don't want to be anybody else. I'm perfectly happy being me. Now, the third challenge is desire. Every desire is a chosen unhappiness. The delusion that there is something out there which, in case we have it, we will be happy. Because desire is a contract that you do with yourself to be unhappy unless or until you get that thing. Because we don't realize this fundamental fact, we go about desiring things all day long and then we are wondering why we are not happy. I personally like to be aware of it because then I can go ahead and choose my desires very cautiously. The idea is not to have more than one desire in your life at any given point in time. In that way, I realize which area that I've particularly chosen to be unhappy. It is possible to get all that you want, but you won't be able to get all of it at the same time. It will come at different times. So it's best to have your desires stacked out and have one desire at a time. The idea that you're going to change something externally which will bring you long-lasting happiness and eternal joy is a fundamental delusion that we all suffer from, including myself. The mistake here that we all make is that we say, oh, once I get that thing or once I get to that stage, I will be happy. We believe that we can get happiness or peace by resolving all external problems, but there are unlimited external problems, and the only way to get happiness and internal peace is by giving up the idea of problems at all, because simply it is easier to change yourself than trying to change the world. Now, this realization that things or career success won't bring everlasting or sustained happiness to me only came true to me when I left my job with Procter & Gamble and moved to Canada without a job. It was only then, post-reflection, I told myself that since I don't have that career laddering up anymore, I need to find happiness in something else, and happiness which this time is sustained and long-lasting and not just limited to a particular position and just goes away after a few days. And hence I asked myself a question that how can I be happy long-term and in a sustained way without being on a hedonic treadmill? The answer was that this is only possible if I look internally and not look for external factors to make me happy. Last challenge is not being in the present. Happiness requires presence. At any given point in time when you're walking down the street, only a small percentage of your brain is focused in the present. The rest is either planning the future or regretting the past. This keeps you away from having an incredible experience in the present. We crave for experiences that will give us an incredible present. However, all these cravings are actually taking us away from the present and into the future. Because every time you're thinking of what is the next big thing or the best thing coming in the future that will make us happy when we reach there. However, when we reach there, we are thinking about the next big thing coming in the future, and hence it goes on. And for me, it is important that I am aware that there is this anxiety that exists that is always pulling me in the future and moving me away from my present. This is how I combat this anxiety. I don't try to fight it. I just try to be aware of it so I know what is going on in my mind and how my mind is working. Because as long as I'm aware of it, I can control them and I can try to remain in the present and hence keep the future thoughts for some other time and for some other place. Now let me give an example of how I came to the realization and awareness that I am usually not in the present, rather I am most of the time thinking about the future. Now this would happen, for instance, when I would sit with my wife and recall the memories that we've made on our vacations, and I realized that she would remember a lot of stuff and a lot of memories or a lot of things that have happened during our vacation time. However, I would always struggle to remember all those memories. And hence, reflecting and reading on it a bit, I realized that the issue was that during those moments, I was not really present. Rather, I was thinking about something in the future. And hence, I was not able to register that memory. And therefore, it becomes difficult for me to recall those memories in such instances. Thanks for watching this video. In case you like the video, please don't shy away from pressing the like button. And also, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.